made public. Well, we are joined by the senior lecturer in US politics and policy at Queen Mary University, part of the London University Group. Dr. Richard Johnson joins us now. And let's just start with this, Dr. Johnson. They didn't really need a congressional vote, did they? Donald Trump could have released these files. So how did we get to this vote?
Well, absolutely. So Trump is, as the head of the executive branch, the Department of Justice sits within the executive branch. He could have ordered his attorney general to release the files. The fact of the matter, and the extraordinary thing about this, is that you have a bill that is about to become law that the president didn't want, and neither did his speaker in the House of Representatives or his majority leader in the Senate. And they've been forced to do this basically because they set up this story to say that they were going to release them. They built people up, they marched them up to the top of the hill. And then in July, there was this announcement from the DOJ and the FBI to say they wouldn't release that. And that then set in a train of motion something called a discharge petition, which allows the backbench members of the House of Representatives to effectively seize control of the agenda if they can get a majority of the House to sign on board. And that, the final vote for that happened on the day of the shutdown, when there was a by-election and a new representative was sworn in on the day that the government reopened. And that's why we had the vote this week.
And so with you mentioned the fact that Donald Trump in his campaign, he was always talking about that everything should be released. And then he really U-turned, and now we've got a U-turn on a U-turn, so we've come full circle. I just wonder, in terms of the Republican Party, what is this kind of reversal in ideology doing to them?
Well, look, MAGA, the Make America Great Again movement, is Donald Trump's strength, and he's used that in a sense to reshape the Republican Party in his image, because he's had this connection with the Republican grassroots. In a way, he was more aligned with the Republican grassroots than many of the elected officials in Congress were when he first became president. And over time, he's used that relationship with the grassroots to primary and challenge Republicans who've gone against him. But what he's found is that actually he's misaligned with the grassroots on this particular issue, where they don't think he's done a good job of handling the Epstein issue. And that's empowered some Republican members of Congress to challenge him in a way that we haven't seen many members of Congress be able to do successfully on other issues. And it was a breakaway group of Republicans in Congress who joined with the Democrats that signed the discharge petition that set this whole train in motion this week.
Fascinating stuff. Dr. Richard Johnson from Queen Mary University, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Now, a man freed